Oh, that's a good question to start things off. I am from New York City, home, and I played for Loyola of Chicago in basketball. We won the national championship, and I was the captain on that team, and I was the All-American on that team. So that was a big key for me. Also, I played for the Indiana Pacers. And while at the Indiana Pacers, I hit the longest shot ever made in basketball history at the time. So those are the key major points of what I've accomplished in basketball.
Who are you to others?
There's so many different parts of my life. To some others, I'm a young man that was on Channel 13. I did sports. I was the first African American sportscaster in town here. Some people know me as the first African American with the United Way. And before that, I worked for the Quaker Oats Company. And at Quaker Oats, I was the first African American there. I was born in 1940, like I said, in Harlem. So I'm 78 years old. And a lot of people tell me that you look good for your age.
You do.
Yeah, but you know my answer to that? Number one, I never had a drug, never smoked a cigarette in my life, rarely had a drink. But I never did those things because I thought it would hurt my chance of being the best person I could be. I dislike the drugs and to see what it's doing to our community. The things that I like is the team that I played for. Because we did so much together as a team. And when we went to play in the South, they cursed us, they screamed at us, but we played against them in basketball. And we won every game against the odds. And the thing about it is that we won the national title with 4 black players. At that time, that was uncalled for. And I remember how we cared for each other was the key. We really liked each other and made us better. I can remember one time we were in Chicago and they were marching and they were beating up on blacks, and I didn't realize what was going on. And blacks were calling us and saying, you got to win the game. You got to win those games. So we represented black people on the court, and I like that. We won the game, the first NCAA tournament game, by 69 points. We were so wound up by what we thought we represented black people. And we won by 6. It's still the largest difference in a ball game. And then we went on to win the title, but the first game by 69 points. I played against Dallas, the Chaparrals, they were called at the time. And I was a reserve. And I came in the game with about a couple of minutes to go, and the game was close because a guy named Freddie Lewis sprained his ankle, hurt himself. And then with a minute to go, we're tied. A guy by the name of Roger Brown hits a jump shot for us. We're up 2 points. They come down and score. So it was about 30 seconds to go, and we got the ball. We take the ball down. We take a shot with about 15 seconds to go. The game is tied. We miss. They score. they come down. They score with 3 seconds to go in the game, 2 seconds to go in the game. And a buddy of mine took the ball out, gave it to me with a second to go, and I'm under their basket, right underneath. I pull it back, and I let it go. The buzzer goes off at the same time. The place is screaming because they just scored 2 points to go up. And I look and I said, man, it's going towards the basket, man. I look, it hit the backboard and went in. The longest shot ever made in basketball history, and it won the game at the time. In high school, I graduated from DeWitt Clinton. I didn't graduate on time, and I really was disappointed in myself. But I kept working at it, and got my grades up. And I was asked to go to Texas Southern, which is a predominantly black school, and I was ready to go. And the dorm burned down, so I couldn't. They called me and said, man, you can't come. I was so depressed. First of all, I had to stay back because my grades weren't good. So all of the guys in my class had graduated, and I had to wait another 6 months to get my degree. I was sick about that. I was sick about all of this. Here to school, the dorm burned down. I lost my scholarship there, and I'm thinking, darn it, this is awful. And finally, a school at the last minute called Loyola, my college, asked me to come to Loyola. Then I won the national title, as we talked about. But think about it. Sometimes we get upset with things, right? We get upset the way life is going and so on. As a result of me not graduating on time, I waited a whole year. When I went to Loyola, I played with the guys that I would not have played with if I graduated on time. I came with those guys, and we won the national title. If the dorm had not burned down, I would have gone to that school instead of going to Loyola, where we won a national title. I mean, my life, and I'm spiritual, so I think God played a role in that. Oh, let me just show you something that I'm so proud of. That's Obama when he came here. And because I had campaigned so hard for him, they put me up front to meet him. And to meet him right here, see, I'm here, that was, oh my goodness, that was one of the greatest feelings. Well, I'd like to be remembered as the guy that gave his all. I'd like to be remembered that gave his all to the black community. Try your best. Never give up. Give it everything you got. And if you're not good in one thing, even all the guys, that doesn't mean that you can't be good in something else. You find it, and you'll make it. You'll make it big.